Hey up, cock. League One predictions for tonight's games. We're going to have to hurry up because I need to get it out today. Oh, actually, we put a quid on every game, don't we? A quid on every game and every result. Championship one, swimmingly. This one, ooh. Ooh. You know what? I'm taking comfort in the fact that you just need one result, basically, and you're fine. Like I said, do not copy anything I do, because you will lose your money. Bolton, Northampton. I mean, unless they get somebody today, which I doubt they will, then Bolton still ain't got a manager. But managerless Bolton went to Huddersfield and won to a place that is very hard to go and get anything a lot of time away at Huddersfield, especially to go and win there. But same thing again for Northampton. They went to Wycombe and got a draw. Do you know what I mean? So Northampton, even they lost to Lincoln, didn't they, recently? But other than that, the last five, they've not been losing games. But this is... It's a different one, this. It's not Everett's Bolton anymore, where they were quite, like, easy to push over. Players weren't playing for him. A lot of these lads that Bolton have got now are going to be trying to impress Newman that comes in. So, I always think, like, new manager bounce is a massive thing anyway. But even with, like, caretaker bounce, I still kind of fancy Bolton here anyway. And I just think with the injuries that Northampton have still got, which there's a lot of, you know what I mean? There's still a lot of players missing from that team. I'll go on, like, defensive stability, maybe. I'll go for Bolton 2-0. To start with. Burton and Reading. Burton have won back-to-back games, which I didn't think I'd be saying once this year. I thought I'd remember saying that next year in League Two. Thought they were dead and buried, honestly. But they're scoring goals. John Daddy has come in and he is literally bagging. That guy's a bagsman for shite sides. 2 wins on bounce. They scored 4 against Rotherham. After losing as well, they scored 4 against Rotherham. They were still 1-2-1 away at Wigan before that. And Reading have lost the last 3 games. Once to Burnley Cup, though, so I'm not overly fussed about that. But to Leyton, Orient and Stockport, which is 2 good sides that Reading have lost to. It's, against like the smaller sides, like Cambridge, for example, they went away to Cambridge recently and won 3-1. So I definitely fancy for a goal, Reading. And I've not known how to navigate my way around like their month, because I didn't know whether like the players are going to be going so early. Just, you know what circus is going on above them at Reading. I don't know if the best players are going to be gone already, or if they're going to be playing for a move that might be really impressive this month. I don't know what to think about them. But at the minute, I think they've still got everybody. Like, they've still got Nibs. They've still got Smith up front. Campbell's quite good and all. Lewis Wing in middle. He's knocking on a bit though now, so he's not going to get a move you wouldn't have thought. Oh, it's a tough one, this. I might go with momentum, though, for Burton, you know. I don't think I've backed Burton to win 1 game all year. And I might do it now. I'll go 2-1. Burton. We'll try and get his odds up to recoup some of that brass. Yeah, we'll go with Burton 2-1. Charlton, Bristol, Rovers. I mean, again, Charlton have won 2 games in a row against very different opposition. They won 2-1 away at Bolton and then bet Shrewsbury at home 1-0. Even though Shrewsbury bottom and Bristol Rovers are like in that sort of pack, relegation fate, they're 2 very contrasting teams that are really good at different things. Like Shrewsbury, defensively very, very tight. I don't think you're going to get a lot of shots off, really. Especially Charlton, they don't create loads and loads of chances, do they? Whereas Bristol Rovers leak shots for fun, but they've got an insane shot stopper in net, keeping them all out. Charlton at home, though, they're actually all right, aren't they? They don't lose a lot of games, that's for sure. And I don't think they'll lose this. It's just whether I think it'll be like another Wigan for Bristol Rovers, where I don't think Charlton will actually have a lot of ball in this. I think Bristol Rovers might have more possession, but Charlton might have 12 shots, score 2. I might go another 2-0 because they lost 2-0 away at Wigan. I might just go with the same thing. But did Charlton win by 2 goals like ever? I don't think they do. They're just like 2-1s, 1-1s all the time. We'll go with 1-0. We'll stay away from the 2-0. We'll go with 1-0. I think that'd suit Charlton to ground. Next to Leyton Orient. Oh. I mean, you want to go with Leyton Orient straight away, don't you? Just because of the form that they're on. But Exeter's been very, very iffy for a while now. Like, the last 7 games, they've only won 1 in FA Cup. Like, the last 6 league games, they've not won 1. They have had some hard fixtures in fairness, and this is another one. Oh, I don't really know what to think with this. I mean, Leyton Orient away, their recent form is nuts. It's just load of green. An odd draw. The draws are to like Stevenage and Peterborough, the trickier sides. Whereas they went and bet Charlton, they've bet us. It's a toughie, this. Because I can't make my mind up, really. That's normally when I go for a draw. I'm going to do it. I'll go for a 1-1, just based on the fact that I can't really think. Lincoln, Blackpool next. I mean, Lincoln have just come off back of a 5-1 thumping against Peterborough, aren't they? But Blackpool are actually, like, quite compact. They don't lose a lot of games. They've had some really hard fixtures again recently, Blackpool, and come out to other side of them quite well. So they've not lost really to any other like, big sides recently, apart from, well, big. I mean better in Wrexham, not big. And Blackpool just won 3-1 away at Exeter. But you know, if you just won 5-1, you'd think you'd have momentum with you. If it were Barnsley doing this, I'd back us for a loss week after. But Lincoln, maybe, after a 5-1 win, confidence is high. We're vibing. We're going to win 2-1 at home to Blackpool and just move on, happy days. And I think that is what will happen. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Lincoln win. Mansfield and Crawley. Mansfield have been shit recently, haven't they? They've lost the last 2 in the league. They obviously lost to Wigan at home in FA Cup as well. Lost to Wycombe and Cambridge. God, they're hard games, these, you know. Because you don't just want to, like, write teams off straight away. You look at, I'd look at Crawley away from home and think, well, they're absolutely shocking. Which they are. They've lost 4 of the last 5 with a draw away at Exeter in the middle of it. To Peterborough, of all teams, they lost a game to. Leyton, Orient, good form. Barnsley, good side. Stockport, good side. Mansfield, I saw on that same wave again. Against the good sides there, Leyton, Orient, Barnsley and Stockport, they've not scored a goal. They've lost 2 or more goals in all of them. Mansfield are conceding a few recently, which is a little bit worrying. Like, they're conceding more or less every game in recent times. I don't want to go for another 2-1. Because it's boring. Do I think Crawley could win? Not really. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't think they could win away at Mansfield. But I do think they'll score. But then at the same time, you know, Mansfield league regular Will Evans up front, you'd back them for some goals. They got 2 away at Cambridge. Obviously, they were 3-0 down and then brought 2 back. They got 1 against Wycombe. I'll give them 3 goals here. We'll go for Mansfield 3-1 against Crawley. Peterborough, Wigan. God, this is like the 2 complete polar opposites of play styles going against each other. Peterborough so open, so defensively weak, but they actually offer a little bit going forward. Wigan at complete opposite. Do nothing really from an attacking point of view, but they don't concede a lot of goals. I don't think the way that Wigan play is going to suit Peterborough. I think Peterborough are going to struggle with this. That Wigan are going to make it gritty and horrible. It's not going to be a pretty game, that's for sure. I don't think there'll be loads of goals in it either, to be honest with you. I think Peterborough get most of the joy by teams that press them a lot of time, because that's what they're trying to do in it. They're trying to entice you in, play around you, and then launch you on counter with pace that they've got up front, Peterborough. Wigan aren't going to push all these men up that a lot of sides would. Like, the Peterborough would have probably found more joy against us because we like to press a lot, whereas Wigan will probably sit off a little bit. I don't think they'll have loads at ball. They'll probably just entice Peterborough to come and try and break them down, which I don't think they'll be able to do. I kind of fancy a Wigan win. But Peterborough's last 2 home games have both been draws against Leyton, Orient and Exeter, so I could definitely see a draw as well. Then again, Wigan, last 5 games, they've won 4 of them away. It's going to be a close one, this, definitely. I'm going to go with 1-0 Wigan. I wouldn't be surprised with a draw. And if I were an investing man, I would probably go Wigan no bet. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Wigan 1-0. Rotherham and Cambridge. Right. Well, this is a serious test for Steve Evans, because obviously they were best team in the universe, weren't they, Rotherham, after they went on like 4 matches without losing. To then get absolutely arseholed by Burton, who've won like 1 game before that all year. Cambridge away, though, they've got to be one of the worst, like, in country, you'd think. They've got 6 points in 13 games. They've won 1, drawn 3, lost 9. I can't remember who the win were against, to be honest. But it is maybe a case again where Cambridge turn up for like bigger side. Oh, I keep saying bigger. Let me reiterate. Better sides. They've got to draw away at Wrexham. Bigger in the next case that they've got to draw away at Bolton as well recently. But like head to head, Rotherham have had Cambridge's number in recent times that they've played each other. They've not played each other a lot, these 2 sides. But Rotherham come out on top majority of the time in it. Cambridge really, really bad away at home. And Rotherham, in fairness, aren't the worst side you've ever seen at home. They lost 1-0 to Wigan, but other than that, they're quite good. And it's a different ballgame in it, because they lost 4-2 away at Burton, but that's at their place. When your home side, especially against like a smaller side like Cambridge, who aren't really expecting anything, they're probably going to come up and just shut up shop straight away, try and snag a point. I'll probably back Rotherham, it's just by how many. And I might just go with safe one and go 2-1 again. Because to be fair, that's what majority of Cambridge's are. It's like 2-2s, 2-1s, you know what I mean? There's not like... They've been spanked a couple of times, like they lost 6-1 to Peterborough, but I'm going to go with safe 2-1 here for Rotherham. Stockport, Shrewsbury. That's a tricky one, you know. Stockport have been good recently as well. I think they've won the last 2, haven't they? They've won back-to-back games. Shrewsbury obviously lost 1-0 to Charlton in '96 away. I think this will be trickier than Stockport fans might like to think it is. Like the last game, Stockport were really comfy against Crawley. I'm not saying that they weren't. But this is a different ball game altogether. Crawley is so easy to play against, Shrewsbury are not now. I don't want to be completely blindsided by what I've said, though. I don't want to just be like, well, I think Shrewsbury will stay up, so they have to take points from every game. I don't want to think like that. No, I fancy a draw. I keep trying to like, you know what it is? I can physically feel the devil and angel on my shoulders speaking to me in different ways. Like, you want Shrewsbury to stay up, and then no, but don't be too biased. I'm just gonna go with what I think, and it is a draw. I'm gonna go with 1-1. I think I'm going crazy. I'm doing League One prediction videos, and I'm sat here like my mind's playing tricks on me. Wrexham Stevenage. I'm going for a draw straight away. 100%. I'm going for a draw. Stevenage. I can't stress enough how good they are defensively. You will not get a sniff. Honestly, maybe Wrexham will like the experience that they've got, especially in forwards department. When you're looking at like Fletcher and that coming off bench, maybe they'll have a bit more know-how than we do. We are donkeys that are stood up front. Maybe they might get a goal out of them, but I don't think they'll concede a lot of chances. Stevenage. Honestly, that Gianni and Charlie Good were like walls against us. Some absolute green giants. I'm not getting Stevenage a win. Like, obviously the bet wasn't 90 something, but I'm not giving them a win away at Wrexham because Wrexham just aren't embarrassing at home. To be fair, Stevenage, they don't have the best record away, do they? Do you know what I mean? They've won 2. One of them's to us. Jesus Christ. 5 draws, but only 4 losses. They've scored 4 goals away from home all year and only conceded 8. So it's like, I'm torn really between a 1-0 Wrexham and a 0-0. I'm going to have a quick check if Wrexham score in every home game. If they do, if they've scored in every home game so far, I will give them a win. If not, I'm going for a draw. They had a 0-0 against Huddersfield. Right. Well, I'm going for a 0-0, and I'm going to go Wrexham 0, Stevenage 0. And then finally, oh no, it's not finally. There's 2 big games here. We've got Wycombe Barnsley first. The chase for second place. The thing that I can hope for, right, is either Coney gets announced to Luton today, or later on, Coney's not in squad, and then it's like upset camp, still no manager, strikers gone. Oh, we're a bit all over the place. The Reds are in town. That's my hope. What will probably realistically happen is Wycombe 3, Barnsley 1. We've got a lot of injuries as well now. Oh, God. You know what? I'm not saying it based on bias either. I don't think we'll lose. We are actually just really good away. Obviously, we lost to Bristol Rovers, and that's fair enough. But away from home, we must be like one at best in country again. Wycombe are top based on away. We're third best away side in this division. Must be one at best in country. Only problem is really that we don't draw games. It's either we either win or lose away from home majority of the time. We've drawn once all year away. And Wycombe, having only conceded 9 goals at home, they've only lost twice at home. The one was to Huddersfield fairly recently. And they've not been in best form ever, have they really? They've not been in like blazing hot form recently, Wycombe. I don't want people to think I'm just going to be completely biased with Barnsley all the time. Because I'm genuinely... Yeah, I am. I'm going 2-1 Barnsley. I don't care. Yeah, I'm biased. If you've got a problem with this, make your own channel. Make your own predictions. You're here for the bullshit. This is part of the reason you watch. And you know what? When it comes in tonight, I'm going to be laughing at everybody. Wycombe 1, Barnsley 2, I believe. And this might be the real chase for automatics. We've got Huddersfield, Birmingham to end it. That's a bigger than that, isn't it? A good game. But Huddersfield have been good recently. They've only won 1 out of the last 5. They obviously lost the last game at home to Bolton. Despite dominating majority of the game, Huddersfield were definitely better side in that game, but Bolton took the one chance, and that's it. That's all that matters, isn't it? But this is 2 sides that obviously are 2 of probably the best 2 sides in division. Probably got the best 2 teams in division. Well, Birmingham definitely got best. Yeah, these have got best 2 teams in division now. Huddersfield have spent the best on some strikers. Must be nice. But they're both very efficient. Don't concede loads of goals. Don't score loads of goals either, barring odd game. It's a lot of time. It's like more possession, more shots on target. 2-0, 1-0. Happy days. Never really in danger. I don't think Birmingham have got out of first gear for the majority of this season. I think they might have to here if they want to actually win it. And obviously that draw away at Wrexham as the last one. They have not lost in ages. When did they actually lose a game, Birmingham? I can't remember. With Charlton away the last game. To be fair, they've only lost 2 in 25. But they're not even. They've got less than 2 goals a game, which is mad, really, for forward line that they've got. And I do think it'll be similar here, that it's either going to be like a 1-1 or a 2-1. I do think both teams score. I don't actually think Huddersfield will win. I am leaning towards Birmingham, but it's just whether I want a draw or a Birmingham win. I think I might be being a bit daft thinking Birmingham can win this, because at the end of the day, I think Birmingham would also take a draw here as well. Like, they weren't interested in overstretching too much against Wrexham. They were more focused on not losing rather than winning against Wrexham. And I think they'll probably do the same here. A draw's a good result. A draw's a good result for both sides. So I'll give them it. It's boring, I know, and I really want to say 4-0 Birmingham, something stupid. I want Birmingham to win, based on the fact that I think they'll run away with it anyway, and we've got a marginal chance at second. If we lose tonight, it's gone anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go with one apiece here. But that's that. It's short and sweet. It's snappy. But I'm recording this quite early, so I've got to get it out today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you sub, like the video, please. And we'll see you tomorrow for the Championship One Spot weekend. This is the chance, though, tonight. I just want to say once more. If we win this game, it's on. If we don't win this game, it's never been more off. Silly.
I say I'm a man. Yes, I'm a mucker. I think of me saying as a right good looker. I say up that. Show us bit it.